Eight of Swords, interference in the middle here, but I'm going to keep it on the bottom. Interference. That's not a fun card to have in the middle here. Three of Wands. Four of Cups. Page of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Queen of Wands. There's the Two of Swords. 5, 6, 7 of Cups. It looks like you have some sort of interference swarming around you at this time. They're plotting and planning with this delusional card. You know, this is all about fantasies and kind of illusions. They're making decisions. They're planning here. There's one Queen of Wands, could be a fire sign that's older. And then there's two pages of Wands, and a Page of Pentacles. A little bit slightly younger. It could be male or female. So there's three people that are interfering with you right now. They want you to remain in this energy, apathy. They want to keep you feeling dissatisfied. Why do so many people have so much interest in you feeling dissatisfied? That's kind of creepy. For some reason, I'm getting energy of step families. So I want to put out a message to anyone that has a family that is getting divorced and has kids. Don't bring your kids around people that you're newly dating. First of all, it's not fair to them because they're already dealing with a divorce of their parents. Then they're dragged into all these crazy relationships that now you're putting yourself in, but you're putting your kids through it too. And they have to almost force themselves to like whoever you're dating, whether they like it or not. And they probably won't like it because most kids are heartbroken when you go through a divorce. Now, instead of just dealing with their heartbreak of having their family dissolved, their security system crumbled to the ground, now you're bringing these strangers into their life. And most of the time, unless you are so lucky to find a genuine hearted person the first time, that actually does care about you and the health of your kids, the well-being of your kids, most step families, they don't care about your kids. Sometimes if they're deviant, they're going to date you for your kids. They're not even dating you for you. They're going to date you to get closer to your daughter that's 12 years old or closer to your son that's 8 years old, right? So you have to be wary about who you're dating and who you're bringing around your kids if you were divorced and they don't have a say in it. Because most of the time, kids that don't have the communication skills to first recognize their emotions, eloquently explain that to you as an adult that you should know better with, and also stand up for themselves if this new adult starts abusing them. This is taking a very dark turn, but this is a reality. And I love people that love other people's kids, truly support them, truly are kind and supporting and almost like a new best friend to them. Kudos to you. You deserve the world, especially loving people that aren't your own kids in any shape or form. Adopted kids, step families, anything of that sort. You're a beautiful person, but there's a lot of people that aren't beautiful people, and they will abuse your stepkids in front of you and behind your back. So please, for the sake of kids, leave the kids alone. If you're starting to date again, don't introduce your kids to anyone that you date until years later. Why are you so quick to have your kids, force feed your kids a new parent? They have a parent, and they're also dealing with your divorce as well. So please do your kids a favor, do your family a favor. It's a measure of safety. There's so many situations where a step parent will come into the mix and abuse your kids because they don't care. They're almost like minions to them. They don't have any emotional connection to them. All they care about is what they can get. And they'll use your kids against you. They'll abuse your kids. They'll do a lot darker things than that even, right? Don't bring your family into your new dating realm. Date in secrecy. Get a babysitter. Get someone to watch your kids when you're out with your new person. They shouldn't see them. They shouldn't know them. They shouldn't have to be forced to live with them. They shouldn't be forced to even have dinner with them. Not until they're older adults or young adults, right? In their 20s, I would suggest introducing your new BF or, GF to your kids that aren't theirs, because there's so many treacherous situations that can happen when you introduce strangers to your kids. There's a lot of men out there that will date you to get closer to your daughter or son, and vice versa. Your sons aren't safe either. So you have to be wary about who you let around your kids. No one wants to love someone that you just randomly pick out of a dating app, okay? Your kids don't care. They're too involved with their lives. They're too involved with your divorce. Now you're going to drag them through this crazy new relationship. And most of the time, stepmothers, stepfathers, they don't care truly about your kids. They'll pretend to care because they feel like they have to. But behind the scenes, it's all an illusion. You can even see it in Disney movies. I know I've been bringing up Disney recently a lot, but there's a lot of Disney, even Aesop's Fables. There's a lot of stories where there's an evil stepmother involved that locks away the daughter that isn't hers. She is threatened by her. She is in competition with her. She doesn't want to see her succeed. She wants to see her own children succeed. She'll do anything to get this, biological daughter and son away. She'll say anything. She'll lie through her teeth. Make up all these lies to keep the interference between the actual biological mother or father and their actual son or daughter. So there's a lot of really dark things that could happen when you bring your kids around step families. Don't do it. Do yourself and your kids a favor. Don't bring your kids around anyone that you date.